the 52nd edition of the International Film Festival of India, IFFI. And we are honored to have with us the director and the producer of the film Unbalanced, which is a film set in Argentina, a Spanish film, which is featured in the section World Panorama section of this edition of the IFFI. And the film has also had its Asian premiere yesterday at the festival. A very hearty welcome to the director João Baldana and the producer Diego Lombardi. Yes, very, very hearty welcome to you. And so when we speak about the film, I recall one of the famous quotations of Albert Einstein. He said, "In the midst of every crisis, there lies a great opportunity." And the film is very interesting, and it should be very exciting for all of us because it is one of the first films, probably, to be featured at IFFI, which is set in the context and deals with the COVID-19 pandemic. And we also have Jacqueline. She will help us with the translation. Would you like to briefly tell them about what I have said? You can use the mic, please.
No,
Yeah.
they understand that.
You can use the mic.
¿Quiere que le traduzca todo lo que acaba de decir?
No, it's okay.
Sí.
Nos cuesta hablar.
I don't speak very well, but understand.
Yes, yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
It's fine. So basically, the film has also been showcased at the 2021 Cinemas San Francisco Latino Film Festival, and I sincerely believe that the insightful interaction, the thoughts shared by João Baldana and Diego Lombardi will definitely inspire you to watch the film if you haven't been able to do so already. So I would like to recall a very powerful line from the film, which I am attempting to state as it has been uttered by the main character. He says, "Ye hai o miledi persona que no tiene donde se motos. Lo único que puedo hacer para ayudar a semestre esto. Este libro esté escribiendo." Meaning, while there is a million people who have nowhere to go, the only thing I can do to change this is the book I am writing. So it's such a powerful and inspiring story of a character who is set on writing a book which he believes is necessary to change the world and to bring along a better future. Before we invite João Baldana to share his experience and the story and the inspiration behind the film, I would briefly introduce him to say that he has also produced movies like Los del Suelo, Embarcados en Europa, Arrieros, Los Angeles, Tohua, and Passion Latina, which is a TV miniseries documentary. And coming to Diego Lombardi, who's the producer, he is also an actor and director. He is known for films like Bichos Criollos, Los Angeles, in which he has worked with João Baldana, and also Yo So Sola, 2008 movie, right? So with this, I now would request João Baldana, the director, to kindly share his thoughts about the film, what inspired him to make the film. And also I would request you to tell about the reception of the film at the 52nd IFFI. Over to you,
Ok.
please. Yeah.
Bueno, muchas gracias por estar aquí. Ayer fue la proyección de la película. Nos encantó la comunión que tuvimos con el público de aquí de India. ¿Hola? ¿Sí? Hola, ¿aquí? Ah, ok. Esta película se nos ocurre en plena pandemia. Sí, esta película se nos ocurre en plena pandemia cuando la industria cinematográfica estaba absolutamente parada y necesitaba, yo sabía que iba a ser un paradigma antes y después en el mundo entero.
Thank you so much to be here. We are so excited to be here in IFI. And about the movie. No, there was a bad situation in the pandemic, so I started writing those movie about that. And
O sea, hay un antes y un después, hay un paradigma en la nueva manera de vivir para mí después de la pandemia.
And I was trying to figure out how to do before and after, the pandemic situation, how everybody was living in this hard situation as nation, as a country.
Y está claro que la economía, el problema económico mundial viene desde antes, pero sabemos que luego de la pandemia todo va a ser mucho más agudo y creemos que hay que hacer algo y no estar dormidos.
As everybody is aware, during the pandemic, the situation, the economic, it was nobody has resources, right? So that was the main concern about giving those changes. For about the economics, national
Economy.
Yeah, in the economics. So that was the main thing that was really concerned.
Y de alguna manera lo que quisimos hacer es ir hacia un personaje histórico argentino-alemán que se llamó Silvio Gesell, que alrededor de 1920 creó una ideología sobre la economía natural. En ese momento parecía algo muy loco, pero hoy tiene más actualidad que nunca.
Everybody was aware about Silvio Gesell, so we talked the topic about that. He has a great basics of the book. So from there we started doing this economic situation. So we thought there will be new changes if we start taking his thinkings, whatever he was writing in his previous book.
And short, una economía a favor de la producción, de la gente trabajadora y no de la usura, del ahorro y de los poderes monopólicos.
We didn't like, how is all these monopolies they're being all these governments doing. So that what we are getting like the second chances to do this type of economic situation.
Okay.
Thank you.
¿Sigo hablando o alguna?
No, thank you.
Okay, so you are basically the Joan Baldana is. You have said that the film is about a character Rodo, right? Who is writing a book about the forgotten economist Silvio Gesell, who came out with a very radical theory of money which dissipates in value, right?
Yes.
So his idea and his theory was that what he identified a flaw with the system of money which is currently in use, that it is used to save and at the same time we need money to spend. So when everyone needs money, people try this results in people trying to hoard money.
Yes. Y todo esto dentro de un contexto de los primeros 5 días de confinamiento en donde no se podía salir de la casa. Entonces él con sus pensamientos se empieza a obsesionar mientras le suceden cosas. Bueno, y ahí la película transcurre.
In the first 5 days, there is the main story base. His thinkings and all these the smallest flashback, whatever Gesell was writing before he wants to write about him. So all these flashbacks he was having, he wanted to just show in the first 5 days, and he was so desperate, so
no se puede salir de la casa.
And also is afraid to go outside. He cannot go nowhere, to do something about this frustration that he was having.
Would you like to say something more about how the character has been influenced by Silvio Gesell.
¿Cómo se estuvo el personaje?
Trabajamos durante 6 meses en la casa, en la locación del mismo actor.
Okay.
Y él también leyó mucho acerca de Silvio Gesell por un asesor que teníamos. Y encima tenía que hacer una actuación muy difícil porque en gran parte de la película él actúa solo.
We have to do these films 6 months in the actor. We has also been locked down in his own place. So how they start doing all this shooting? It was hard for us to make those films. You know, we cannot know where, stay in the same house, in the same area. And everything was really shocking for us.
I would request you to also kindly share how the film delegates at IFFI received the film yesterday at the Asian premiere of the film.
Ayer.
Sí.
Fue emocionante, porque no sabíamos cómo iba a recibir la gente de aquí de India la película, porque tiene temas problemáticas y fuertes, y nos encontramos con una grata sorpresa de que pegó fuerte la película.
We are really happy and excited to show to everybody the movie, and we are really concerned and worried about it because the topic of the movie, they are really strong. You know, you cannot talk about abortion, you cannot talk about politics, you cannot talk about the COVID, but really was, you know, is the censor, you know, there is no way to talk. So for that was we are afraid and how you will receive, you know, this type of movie, but it goes well. We're so happy that people approach us to ask some questions, and that's what makes us really happy.
Thank you, John Baldano, for sharing your thoughts and your experience about the movie. Yes. And now I would request the producer of the movie, Diego Lombardi, to kindly share your thoughts.
Para nosotros la película fue trabajar en un momento difícil de la pandemia, que estábamos todos encerrados y fue duro, pero bueno, emocionante poder haber logrado estar acá. Estamos muy orgullosos y contentos y agradecidos.
It was really tough to make this film during the pandemic. As you've seen in the movie, we used mostly of the shows, it was made by drones. We're not allowed to go anywhere. It was really tough, as I said, a hard time for us to make the film, but we're really excited and happy. He's done, the job is there, the movie is there, we show it to you, and we are here.
Las imágenes del dron de la ciudad de Buenos Aires, y tampoco se puede contar mucho, ¿no? Del parto, está en el tráiler. Sí. También hay un nacimiento real, 100%, es el hijo del director.
And the first shooting, when the baby's been delivered, is real. Is his director's son, so he's sharing to everybody that part that is the real wife and the real baby.
Estaba más nervioso por hacer foco que por el nacimiento.
He was so excited and high stress, you know, because he was in the pandemic when his baby born.
Pero porque tiene 5.
Because he has already 5. So he was the 5th kid.
Okay, so you have, Diego Lombardi, you have spoken about some of the particular challenges which you had in producing the movie in the midst of the pandemic. Like you said that you have shot it with drones, right? Any other challenges which you would like to highlight, and any innovative ways that you adopted in order to get around them in shooting the film?
Sí, aparte de los drones que usted utilizó para hacer la película, algunos otros problemas que tuvo para poderla producir o crear.
Tuvimos muchos problemas.
A lot.
Porque no se podía filmar, pero pedimos los permisos que nos se daban y fue bastante combate, ¿cómo se dice? No, en una situación no a escondidas.
Difíciles,
pero Fue complicadísimo, sí.
It was
fue.
it was really complicated because they were not allowed us to give us any to go outside. We asked the government, we asked the people who are supposed to give all permissions to at least to go somewhere to get some shootings, but unfortunately it was not like that. Most of the shooting was hiding. It was really a tough time, and it was really big challenges that we made in that movie. It was during the pandemic we mentioned before.
Hay una escena con la policía que camina Rodo por la calle que era real. Nos pararon y no nos dejaban filmar.
Yeah.
Luego se convenció.
Ficción con documental.
Claro, hay mucho de documental real y
Yeah. It was a mix about like a kind of documentary between you recap when the police is walking around and Rodolph just came out of the house. That was a real. There's nobody actors. It's a real essence. They just came out just like that. The police just stopped them, but they have to edit. So this part when the police shout on them, they didn't show in the movie, but it was every single screening. It was real.
It's very interesting to hear, I believe, for all of us. Now, I think we can open the floor for questions from the delegates.
Van a empezar a hacer las preguntas.
Have a question?
¿Algunas preguntas?
Yes, can we have the mic, please? Yes.
I'm Gauri from Goa Prism, and I would like to ask you, what are the emotions that are going through you right now that you feel that your movie is being premiered here? What are you both feeling right now?
Las preguntas para ambos, que cómo se sienten ustedes, cuáles son sus emociones para que están aquí presentando esta película que les costó tanto trabajo y tantos sentimientos encontrados.
Nosotros sabíamos que esta película afecta a todo el mundo por igual porque todos vivieron de alguna manera, en mayor o en menor medida, el problema de la pandemia, y de hecho ha habido muchas muertes de familiares. Por lo tanto, somos muy cuidadosos a la hora de cuando la gente ve la película porque provoca muchas sensaciones distintas, y eso nos pasó ayer cuando nos venían a hablar después de la película y bueno, es fuerte pero es maravilloso.
As you noticed, I don't know if you watched the movie. If you didn't, it was really tough. It was so excited, happy, and at the same time, worried, as we mentioned before, about the topics we are talking about in the movie. And also, during the pandemic, how you personally, like how you feel, how you was, you put in your own shoes, like how you was here in the pandemic, it's the same feeling that we are having, there is the same emotion that you are having as a person. We are also humans, right? So that all this emotion that was going through. Now we are here presenting all this, it's so many emotions at the same time. We are happy, we are sad, because during the pandemic, we, these extremely things that you shouldn't do, going outside. So that was the main challenge.
Y también estamos agradecidos de poder mostrar ciertas historias o ideas que a nosotros nos interesan, como fue la teoría económica de Silvio Gesell, que es una persona que tuvo muchas ideas a principio de siglo y que no se pudo desarrollar su economía o sus teorías. Venció Keynes.
We are really thankful about we took the theory of Sergio Gesell. He was a really good writer, so everybody was forgetting, nobody was talking about him. One of our friends, they introduced us the book, and that we are getting some ideas. So from there we start making also the film. So that's the main.
Y tocar los diferentes temas de cómo vivimos estar encerrados. Y creo que la película de alguna manera muestra el encierro que tenía Rodo, lo que vivimos por lo menos en Buenos Aires y en Argentina la mayoría de la gente.
Also we want to show you to the world how in Argentina we live the pandemic, how we was having that feeling that don't stay home, don't go anywhere. So that what also we want to share to everybody, like how was here in India. They want to know it was the same situation,
Se soltó un poco, ¿viste?
Yes, yes.
Any more
So,
questions?
yeah.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nadeem from PIB. So, I'd like to know how long did the script and all take to materialize? Reading from synopsis, I presume the COVID-19 influenced your movie. So, it was made, the script, everything was decided during that time. And the basic idea, how long it took to develop the entire thing?
¿Cuánto tiempo?
Sí, duro que usted escribe.
Nosotros teníamos varios proyectos cinematográficos parados y sabíamos que cuando se terminara la pandemia íbamos a continuar. De hecho, acabo de terminar de filmar otra película. Entonces sabía que en 7 meses tenía que escribir el guión y filmarla, porque todos los que hicieron esa película iban a estar con otros proyectos. Entonces fue un desafío contrarreloj.
We always make a movie previews. I was having those scripts before 7 months ahead, but we have to we rushed, because I already finished right now, like a couple of months ago, new movie already. So that was the thing that we have to get all the team together, because I have already 7 months, standby. So we want to just finish the movie. Anyhow, because I have the other standbys, a couple of more behind that.
Want to add something?
¿Cómo?
No.
Y de alguna manera esa necesidad de contar en ese momento era escribir y ver las noticias del mundo entero, porque sabíamos que después de escribir ese guión 2 años después no íbamos a tener las mismas sensaciones. Entonces era una incógnita saber cómo hoy se está viviendo aquello como si fuera de hace un montón de años, y pasó hace muy poco.
Yeah, so they didn't want to hold much the script and to make the movie, because if they wait for 2-3 years, everybody will forgotten about the pandemic, right? So it was something touchy that they wanted to show you. So that's what they was rushing to make it.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone else?
Can we have that?
¿Alguien más?
Anyone else? Yeah.
Hello, this is Mahesh here. Normally, there is a belief that movies ending on a sad note are not that accepted by viewers. Were you comfortable with making movie that ends on a kind of sad note?
¿Están ustedes a gustos que terminen una tragedia, o no están conformes con eso?
¿Yo?
Primero hablo yo. Fue una decisión difícil el final de la película, pero lo saqué de un hecho real de una persona que había vivido lo mismo durante 4 días y le sucedió lo mismo que al personaje. Y de alguna manera un poco era, más allá de la pandemia, ver de qué manera él, con sus obsesiones y sus sentimientos, cualquier cosa que le pasara iba a ser un segundo plano, así como le pasó lo de la separación de su mujer. Entonces era de esos personajes que tienen una sola obsesión, más allá de la vida o la muerte.
It was kind of obsession for him, he was isolated for 4 days. So in this situation, he lost his mind, he got sick, and he was not able, to do his things. He was confused, right? And he was not having that decisions that he will be alive or he will be die at the end. But then they made the decision that you should die and the movie.
En las charlas amenas, amigables, con el director y el productor, discutíamos si vivía o no. Y fue una decisión sobre el final, que de alguna manera, claro, pero ya la expolió. Fue una decisión difícil, sí.
It was a very, very tough decision, because they made up 2 parts. One is still alive. They finished the book, and the second was that he has to die. It still was very tough decision to make which one was the real ending for that person, Rodo, in the movie. And it was still, we have some argues, like, I want to live. So they was like struggling still until the end. And until now, they still, they are not agree that it died. He wants to continue.
Ganó el director.
The director's win. He was his
De
decision.
montajista.
And who did the movie also.
In the same context, building upon his question and following from your answer, I have one question. Like in this case of a what I should say, a confusion, or not confusion, but a strong difference of opinion between the director and the producer. How would you like to consider, or did you consider the possibility of a movie with two possible endings, like one version of the movie with one ending, another version of the movie with another ending, which has actually been done in certain cases among some Indian film, I can say.
Que dice que por ustedes que estuvieron en ese conflicto de que si vivía o moría, que si hubiera sido la mejor la película con dos finales diferentes, que lo hubieran ustedes mostrado así.
Generalmente en mis películas son finales abiertas. Esta es la primera que no.
Normally I do my open the main story is no dramatic end, no die, no live, yes, open. But this is the first time that the person has to die in the movie.
En los finales.
And the end of the movie, and then when. ¿Algo más?
Any more questions? Madam, would like to?
No. So, parece que ya.
What about you? Okay, fine.
Okay.
So, if there are, is there anything you would?
No, queremos agradecer que estén acá. Acá tenemos postales en donde está el tráiler que se puede bajar, lo pueden ver. Y también nuestras redes, para cualquier pregunta que quieran, que tengan, estamos a disposición porque para nosotros el cine es debate y nos interesan todas las opiniones. No hay una única verdad, ni nosotros tenemos la verdad.
They want to share some. They want to share some cards with you. They have the QR code, so you can download the trailer of the movie and be free. They have an Instagram, Facebook, any website that you can contact them. Be free. Ask some questions, you want to keep in touch, no problem at all.
Lo que está sucediendo en Buenos Aires, cuando se está proyectando la película, se arma al final un debate donde la mayoría del público se queda hablando siempre con un protagonista o con alguien del Instituto Gesseliano, de Gessel, las ideas de Gessel. Y también es un momento muy interesante que genera la película, ese debate final.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, they are talking about the Hessel book, his theory. So they make a kind of ¿cómo le dicen?
Después de la película.
Pero cuando se
charla de debate.
They make a kind of discussion. They make this meeting that all these people is talking about him. And they have also a website, and they have also you can contact them, yes, in case you want to know something more about him.
Y siempre hay comida, cerveza y vino para seguir de largo.
And they always have like a mini parties. They have wines and nice food. They come all this to join. That's what they do then in Argentina.
Thanks.
Muchas gracias.
So,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, João Baldana and Diego Lombardi. We are very happy that you have been able to join us, visit India and come to IFI. Congratulations, and we share your inspiration and your joy, and we wish you all the best. And I would, before closing this press conference, I would like to once again recall one of the lines from the movie, which really strikes a chord with us, that utopia is not only possible, but it is also indispensable. So even as the main character Rodo, he suffers, and as the world suffers amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, I think the movie is very powerful in being able to convey springs of hope amidst the winter of despair. And I would also recall what George Bernard Shaw said, that the reasonable man adapts himself to the world, but the unreasonable man persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. I think great ideas have always been ahead of their times, and it is this quest for breaking the status quo and for bringing in revolutionary change which is embodied in the character of Rodo, and I believe that is what the film also tries to convey and inspire people to strive towards. So once again, we thank all of you delegates for attending this press conference, including our online viewers who have joined through joined on YouTube. And once again, we wish you all the best, and we hope that you are able to catch the film if you have not been able to at the earliest possible opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.